The whole Monsterverse and Royal High debacle in this community is actually crazy. Like, I've been hearing so many different rumors about Just Room Press, Royal High, Monsterverse, and most recently, the whole debacle between Royal High and Monsterverse. Now, this whole debacle between Royal High and Monsterverse has been going on since Monsterverse, before Monsterverse even released. And to be quite frank, I'm not even surprised. I do feel like a lot of people in the dress up community are very much unhinged. Not everyone, but I feel like a good chunk of people are actually very unhinged and need to go touch some grass. Me personally, I haven't been making as much videos about it, mainly because I wanted to see what the bigger issue was in the whole situation is with Monsterverse and Royal High. Like, the only thing that Monsterverse and Royal High have in common is that they're both dress-up games, they're both role-playing games. Like, other than that, I really don't see what the issue is. So a lot of things are going to be similar. If you're comparing a game that's both horror and roleplay, and then you have comedy and roleplay or something like that, you can't really compare the two because those are completely different sides of the spectrum. But Monsterverse and Royal High are very similar in the fact that they're both dress-up games and they're both role-playing games, and there's people attacking each other on both sides, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Royal High people in the community are attacking Monsterverse people in the community and vice versa. It's just like, why are we going this hard for absolutely no reason? Like, what is the purpose? What is the point? There's been a lot of people in the Royal High community that have come out to basically say that Monsterverse is copying Royal High with their water fountain and this, that, and third. Like, some of them are a bit of a reach, while others I understand, but like, it's a school. They're both set in a school setting, you know? Like, there's only so much things that they can make different from Royal High. Now, you can tell there's a difference between inspiration and straight up copying. Copying is literally taking the exact same style and design and just tweaking it a little bit, or changing the color palette just slightly enough to make it seem different, but that's still technically copying. While taking inspiration is basically looking at something and making something new while also implementing some of the old or the original design from the original creator. I feel like a lot of people are misusing the word copying with inspiration. Again, both role-playing games are set in a school setting. I don't know how different you can make something of that genre look very different from one another. Obviously, Eerie High and Royal High have completely different vibes. Their vibes are not the same. You have the pretty pink, light pastel colors of Royal High, then you have the dark purple, blacks colors of Eerie High. Just how similar with Ever After High and Monster High are, those are completely different vibes. They're both set in a school setting. They both have teenage children going there. Like, my point being is that people are really reaching, and a lot of people in the Royal High community specifically need to chill out, because as much as I love Royal High, it ain't all that, okay? I don't know why we're trying to hype up Royal High to that extent. I do feel like we should be able to enjoy playing either or and not have an issue with it. There's certain parts of Monster High that I like being able to have a halo. That's just my personal take on it though, because it's so incredibly rare in Royal High to obtain a halo for absolutely free or for doing really nothing, while in Monsterverse they have released 3 different halos and they hand them out like candy. Hey, at least in one of these games I can acquire at least 1 halo in my lifetime. But basically, back to the whole issue with the Royal High community attacking the Monsterverse community and the developers of Monsterverse, and I do feel like it's very unfair, and it puts both developers of Royal High and in Monsterverse in a very sticky situation. Before Monsterverse's official release, Barbie, aka the developer of Royal High, didn't even know anything about Monsterverse, didn't even know about the game, knew nothing about it, and so many people were attacking Monsterverse saying that they were copying Royal High, this, that, and third. Even though there are some striking differences, there's some inspiration here and there, but there's very much differences between the two games that a lot of people refuse to see, and it puts people, specifically the developers of these games, in a very sticky situation, because it's just like, why are people in the community trying to make the other game look bad? Because to be honest, there's certain aspects of each game that everybody can enjoy. You have Monsterverse being able to create your very own monster and customize it to how you like, while in Royal High, you can create a pretty princess or a mermaid or whatever. Like, it's crazy that people are taking this way out of proportion and taking things as far as to mass report Monsterverse for this, that, and third. Like, the game hasn't even been up in the air yet. It hasn't even officially taken off before something happened, you know, with Roblox moderation and everything like that. Like, the game hadn't even been released yet, and there was already issues and troubles with Roblox moderation. Like, my point is that there's been so much issues with Royal High attacking Monsterverse, and I'm not saying everyone in the Royal High community is doing this. Not everybody in the Monsterverse community is doing this, but most people are literally attacking one another for absolutely no reason. I can understand if it's justice, but both sides are attacking one another for absolutely no reason. Like, you can enjoy both games. It's okay, babes. It's okay. You don't need to say that one game is better than the other. You can enjoy playing both. At least that's what I do. I do feel like people need to chill out and relax a little bit, because to be honest, the whole copying situation, I mean, like I said, you can only make a water fountain so different. You can only make a school with lockers and stuff ever so different, you know? Even the layout of Erie High is very much different from Royal High. So I don't know why people are getting so upset and trying to compare both games. Like, why can't we just enjoy it? Because to be honest, Royal High did not invent having wings above like chairs and things like that. Like, Royal High did not invent water fountains or anything else in a school building, because it's a school. There's going to be desks, there's going to be lockers, there's going to be water fountains, there's going to be cafeterias. Like, it's very much different from Royal High with the color palette and even the layout of everything. I can understand if the layout was exactly the same down to the T, but just things changed and different colors were changed and certain things were rearranged. But that's not even the case. In certain areas of the school, like even the lockers are like coffin shaped, while Royal's lockers are very much like rounded rectangle boxes. You know, like, it's very much customizable to the certain game or the certain vibe of each one of them. Recently, there was a whole debacle with Monsterverse and the whole spikes, wigs controversy thing. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but basically Monsterverse was going under fire for basically copying Royal High's hair wigs in the game. Honestly, it's just like, Royal High did not create wigs. Like, they did not invent having wigs in a game. Like, it's okay if another dress up game has a similar type of hairstyle. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Some people were complaining about it being misnamed, saying instead of wigs, it should be called Wicked Spikes or something like that. I forgot the exact name that it was used. It definitely gives more spikes than wigs, but they can also be wigs as well. And basically, the Monsterverse developer had to come out to basically say the whole situation and go into depth in explaining it. It brings back the whole topic of Royal High did not invent hairstyle. Games like Royal High, Dress to Impress, etc., etc., dress up games who want to have diversity in their game are going to very much have similar hairstyles, like an afro. You can have different styles of afros, but at the end of the day, it is an afro. Royal High didn't invent it. Monsterverse didn't invent it. These hairstyles have existed even before the games were even made or even thought of. I don't know why people are taking things so far. Even if you love Royal High more than Monsterverse or vice versa, there is no reason at all that you can't enjoy both games at the same time. And there is no reason why we should be attacking both games, because it not only makes a lot of people uncomfortable, including me in the community, but it makes even the developers very uncomfortable. It puts them in a very bad light, in a very bad situation, because just like, you know, like, this is really harming both games, regardless of which side of you're on, whether you're on Royal High side or Monsterverse, or you're just in the middle enjoying both games. It puts both games in a very bad light, because both communities seem very much toxic at this point. Both communities seem, it really does make the game look bad. And considering that a lot of people play both Royal High and Monsterverse, as we we are the community, we do represent this game, and we're representing the developers of said game. And it's really putting us in a very bad light to people who want to try and play Monsterverse or try to play Royal High, but get scrutinized because they like something more than the other, or they like a certain aspect of the game more than the other game. And at the end of the day, it really isn't that deep. People really need to relax and take a breather and realize at the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game that we can enjoy. We don't have to pick. We can honestly just pick both. Why are we arguing about it? I have no idea. To be honest, I don't want to get too deep into it because there's a lot of videos already kind of discussing and talking about the whole situation with Royal High in Monsterverse. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the whole situation because, again, we are representing these games one way or another, and we're not putting these games in a good light by degrading one of the other games over the other, if that makes sense. But with that being said, let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. I want to hear them. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.